Greetings, pilots, and welcome to episode 88 of TPC Hangar, the weekly video podcast where we take a look at news and upcoming flights for the club. My name is Jacob, producer and host for the Pilot Club. This week, we're going to take a look at news and flights for the week of February 5th through February 11th. We have a lot of news to cover this week, so let's get started. This week's episode is sponsored by our partners, Flight Insight. Flight Insight offers real-world flight training with ground school courses and training courses covering private pilot's license, instrument rating, commercial pilot certificate, transitioning to glass cockpit, and more. Flight Insight uses a clear and concise teaching style with innovative teaching tools to help their students become better pilots. If you're a real-world pilot looking for additional training, or you're interested in becoming a real-world pilot, be sure to check them out. The winner of January's screenshot contest is Stuart, Pilot Club 73. Stuart will receive the Lucky Pilots role on our Discord, 2,500 TPC points, and his winning screenshot will be featured on the Pilot Club's website and social media channels. Congratulations, Stuart. February's contest is already underway, so be sure to head on over to the Screenshots contest thread in the Screenshots channel of the Discord to make your entry and or cast your vote. Don't forget, anyone is welcome to vote for their favorite. You do not have to submit an entry to vote. The TPC Charter's Top Gun Award for the month of January goes to Jeff, Pilot Club 2619. Jeff flew over 84 hours for TPC Charters during the month and will receive 2,500 TPC points, the Top Gun role on our Discord, and will have his name added to the TPC Charters Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Jeff. This month, we continue with part 2 of our Member Home Airport Showcase Explorer flights. Pilots can receive 500 TPC points for each airport listed during the month of February. All they have to do is plan and fly into or out of one of the featured airports during the month of February. Leave a comment on the blog post, including the iCal code and any additional flight details you'd like to share. Then post a few screenshots from your flight in the Screenshots channel on our Discord. Let's take a closer look at each airport. First up is Trenton Mercer Airport in Trenton, New Jersey, home of Jared, Pilot Club 5050. The first airplane landed at what would eventually become Trenton Mercer in 1907, when it was simply known as Alfred Reeder's Farm Field. It officially opened in 1929 as Skillman Airport, was renamed Mercer Airport at the end of World War II, and received its current name in 1995. Today, Trenton Mercer is the third busiest airport in New Jersey, right behind Newark and Teterboro, and serves as a busy hub for general aviation and executive traffic. It is considered the 5th fastest growing airport in the United States. KTTN is a Class Delta that features 2 perpendicular runways, with the longest being just over 6,000 feet. Next up is Sky Haven Airport in Rochester, New Hampshire, home of Dawn, Pilot Club 1689. Sky Haven Airport is a public use airport that sits on 195 acres that are owned and operated by the Peace Development Authority, which is an agency of the state of New Hampshire. Their location provides visitors with easy access to nearby cultural and outdoor recreational activities, making it a popular destination for private general aviation flights. KDAW is an uncontrolled airport that features a single runway which spans 4,200 feet. Next, we head across the Atlantic to Brighton City Airport in Lancing Parish, West Sussex, England, home of George, Pilot Club 448. Founded in 1910, it is the oldest airport in the United Kingdom, as well as the oldest operational purpose-built commercial airport in the world. As one of the oldest airports in the world, it has a rich history, having been used by the Royal Flying Corps during World War I, opened to commercial flights in 1936, and acted as a home base to Hawker Hurricanes, Supermarine Walruses, and Supermarine Spitfires during World War II. After the war, it served as a site for development and testing on the Beagle B-206 until Beagle Aircraft eventually closed. The airport was sold to a private company in 2006, but is still used today by light aircraft and flight schools. EGKA features one asphalt runway at 3,300 feet, as well as 3 shorter grass runways if needed. Next up is Campbell River Airport in Campbell River, British Columbia, Canada, home to Stuart, Pilot Club 73. In 1954, a group of local citizens met and discussed how to establish an airport to support the growing economic boom they saw in their community. In 1959, Campbell River Airport opened and has attracted visitors, residents, and businesses ever since, as it continues to support the region's mining, forestry, and tourism industries. Its central location on Vancouver Island offers smaller aircraft an opportunity to cross over to the mainland while minimizing their time spent over the water. CYBL is a Class Delta airport featuring a single 6,500-foot runway. Finally, we come back to the United States with Northeast Philadelphia Airport in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of Rich, November 7 Romeo Papa. When it first opened in the 1930s, Northeast Airport, as it was known then, featured a single grass runway and was one of 3 small airports in the area that were so close together, pilots had to be careful not to stray into another airport's pattern. Of the 3, it is the only one left there today, and now serves as the General Aviation Relief Airport for Philadelphia International. Northeast Philadelphia Airport is home to 2 fixed-base operators that provide services from fuel and maintenance to aircraft and hangar rentals to flight instruction and aircraft sales. KPNE is a Class Delta airport that sits under the Philadelphia Bravo and features 2 perpendicular runways, with the longest being 7,000 feet. We are also excited to announce our February long-haul missions. Pilots can receive 1,000 TPC points for each flight they complete during the month of February. All they have to do is plan and execute their flight following one of the routes provided, then leave a comment on the blog post sharing the details of their flight, and post a few screenshots in the screenshots or long-haul channel of the Discord. Our domestic flight this month stretches 2,649 nautical miles across the continental U.S. from Seattle, Washington to Tampa, Florida. Our Western Hemisphere flight travels 3,501 nautical miles north from Montevideo, Uruguay to Panama City, Panama. Our Eastern Hemisphere flight stretches 1,598 nautical miles from Paris, France to Tromsø, Norway. Our short around-the-world flight travels 1,648 nautical miles from Stockholm, Sweden to Ankara, Turkey. And our long around-the-world flight will take you from the land down under to the land of the rising sun, 5,047 nautical miles from Perth, Australia to Tokyo, Japan. But please note that the use of time dilation is not allowed during these flights. That will wrap up the news for the week, so now it's time to take a look at the upcoming flights. First up is GA Tuesday, hosted by Mark, Pilot Club 444. This week, we pick back up on our US tour with Montana Leg 1. Pilots will take off from either Idaho Falls Regional or Rigby Airport to the north. Then Mark has us following a route north through the mountains, overflying airports at Dubois, Dell, Ruby Valley, Whitehall, and Townsend before coming to land at our destination, Helena Regional. We won't be making any touch and goes on this flight, as our route is longer and a bit more complicated. Mark has prepared a detailed flight briefing for us, which contains the detailed route, weather information, useful add-ons for your sim of choice, and more, so be sure to check it out. Next up is TPC and Sky Blue Radio's Fly In Thursday, hosted by Dylan, Pilot Club 1496. This week, we're joining our friends at the Fort Worth RTEC as we fly into Dallas, Texas. Airliners will be flying into Dallas Fort Worth International, while general aviation and biz jets are encouraged to land at nearby Dallas Executive. KDFW is one of the busiest Bravos in the United States, featuring 7 runways, with 4 parallel runways being tied for the longest at 13,400 feet each. KRBD is a Class Delta airport that sits beneath the Bravo and features 2 intersecting runways, the longest being just over 7,100 feet making it well suited for general aviation and executive traffic. Departure, airport, and flight planning are at the pilot's discretion, and as always, we welcome all traffic from single-engine piston all the way up to biz jets and airliners. Once you safely reach cruise, don't forget to tune into Sky Blue Radio, either through their website or through the link on our event page. Sky Blue Radio, sounding great at any altitude. It's Friday Night Ops. The Jacksonville RTEC presents their Sunshine Spotlight F&O. Stuart, Pilot Club 73, will host our flight as we participate as a club. Stuart has prepared 2 flight plans for us to choose from. The first one is a longer route that reaches all the way across the Panhandle from Pensacola, Florida to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which makes it well suited for airliners and biz jets. The second is a shorter route that travels down Florida's east coast from Jacksonville to Daytona Beach. This shorter, VFR-friendly route would be perfect for smaller GA aircraft. Last but not least, it's Sunday Fun Day, hosted by Andrew, Pilot Club 826. This week, Andrew has us flying from Boston Logan International to Norfolk International along a route that stretches 436 nautical miles. We are planning to make use of the SOX 7 departure, so it would be a good idea to familiarize yourself with that chart. Please note, though, that departure and arrival procedures are subject to ATC approval. Well, that will wrap up episode 88 of TPC Hangar. Be sure to leave us a like and a comment, then subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified of our future episodes. Check out our website at thepilotclub.org and join the conversation on our Discord. We hope everyone has a great week, and we'll see you in the skies.